It's time for another episode of Tucson Means Business, featuring Tucson's top entrepreneurs and leaders in the business world. And now your host, Mark Bishop.
And welcome to another Tucson Means Business, proudly sponsored by the 49ers Golf and Country Club. And thank you so much to the club. By gee, they're hit hard too, like every other down business out there at the moment. This is a rotten thing. I'll be glad when it's over, I can tell you. But they're working through it. Everybody's playing golf, those that can, staying apart, doing the right thing, and masking when they do go in the shop. And that is asked of you to wear a mask when you do go into the golf shop. And, of course, you go out in separate carts anyway, so there's none of the double business unless it's your wife or family. But the other scenario is you can still get great food. So you can pick up again from the Rincon Mountain Grill. Okay, you can't eat in the restaurant, but you ring up, order, drive up, and there it is ready for you. Great service. The pool is also open. And also the dancing is going on because the gym is closed. But Lisa's doing a great job with all of the girls there, and all the fitness and so on is being carried out in the lovely pavilion outdoors. So, okay, the 49ers Golf and Country Club. I got a great show today. Three lovely young ladies by the name of Kamya Newcomb, Sara Ellington, and Cathy Clemans. And welcome, ladies, for starters.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you.
They're there. Now, they make up KASACA Marketing Solutions. We're all about local business, and they really help small business, okay, and medium, and I guess large if they really want it as well. So we're going to be talking to them today. They're my featured guests. In fact, it's a family business. They were born and raised in Indiana, and the family moved to Arizona back in 1986. Now, Cathy, mom, a longtime medical lab technician, boy, has she had some interesting stories. Welcome, Cathy.
Well, thank you, Mark. Glad to be here.
Okay, I can hear you all right. You later branched out to become a designated broker for a local real estate office. That was for the last 19 years, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I was a designated broker for an office here in town. We had branches in Sierra Vista and Green Valley.
And how did you find that career?
I found it very rewarding. I love real estate, you know, and as an individual agent myself, and there was a need that came up because they needed a new designated broker. So I went to school and got my broker's license and fit into that mold pretty quick, and became the designated broker of an office. I think we had around 40 agents.
Right. Well, look, you know, 19 years ago, though, in Tucson. Right.
Yes.
I gather real estate was a different ball game then to what it is now.
Oh, yes, it was. Yeah.
And you noticed
Yes,
a lot of changes come over that. Did you have an agent's license first before attaining your broker's license, or did you just go straight in? No, you have to have an agent's, don't you?
No, you have to be an agent first.
That's right.
Yeah, for 3 years out of 5 years to be able to qualify to go get your broker's license.
Interesting, as both daughters followed in mom's footsteps. Sarah is the eldest of the two siblings. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi, thank you.
You're most welcome. And you got your agent's license for Arizona as well.
No, not me. That would be Kamya.
That's Kamya.
Real estate.
You're working on
I work in a laboratory in a hospital.
Kamya, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you can hear me. That's good. This is fun, this Zoom stuff, isn't it? I tell you what, I miss my studio, but we'll be back soon, I hope, in the Stewart Title Building on Broadway. At the moment, like everybody else, working from home. Let me ask you, Kamya, you fell into real estate as well.
That is correct.
What led you to that? I mean, you were born and raised in a small town just north of Indianapolis, Indiana. And you all moved together to Tucson and so on. I think you went to Mountain View High School. Is that right?
That is correct. Yep. I graduated in 1994. I got into bookkeeping, accounting, secretarial type stuff. And one day my mom wanted to have a meeting with another real estate agent to talk about the business to see if she would be interested. And I went with her and I fell in love with it. We both, my sister and I both have my mom's passion of helping people. I'm not medically inclined. I'm definitely not one of those types. So being a real estate agent was definitely something that I fell in love with because I'm able to help people. Of course, I don't help them the way my sister does in the medical arena, but I do help them, find homes. I've done broker price opinions, CMAs for banks to help people avoid foreclosure, loan modifications, that kind of stuff. So I really love doing that. So I'm glad I was able to follow in my mom's footsteps on that path. Definitely.
That's fabulous. Now I'm going to be right with Sarah because another one born in Indiana. Well, funny about that. They're all in the same family. So now you're married to Mark Ellington, right?
Yes.
Your hubby, and you've been working in the medical field now for over 25 years. You work in a laboratory as a phlebotomist. Is that correct?
The phlebotomist, yes, that is correct.
A phlebotomist. All right.
Yes.
And you enjoy camping with your family, going off-roading in Jeeps and taking the insights of nature, and currently learning how to make mead for holiday celebrations.
That is correct.
And now, isn't mead in booze?
That is. Well, it is wine. It's a honey wine.
A honey wine.
It's a honey wine that made popular for in the North Scandinavian areas.
Cool.
So Scottish, Scandinavian, which were Scottish. So
Okay. Well, you don't meet many people that get into that. Now, what is it about spending as much time with your grandchildren that you like? What is it about that you like so much?
I like them better than my kids. So
Well, that's honest.
because I can give them back to them. It's great. I love it. They, we go and have fun. I'm the fun grandma.
Yeah, you sound like you're a fun daughter too, by the looks of it. We're going to be getting into marketing and talking about KASACA as a agency here in Tucson and Vail and all surrounding areas, as a matter of fact. But we've covered the early stages of your life with all the training you guys have done with real estate and so on. You're the one out, really, but you still support in the marketing and in the agency, don't you? Although you work in the medical field.
Yes.
Tell us what you do actually for the agency when you've got some time off.
When I have some time, I'm awake because I do work night shift. I do go and I talk to people. I go to businesses and let them know what we do, what we have to offer. I'm handing out brochures, handing out flyers, and cards, my business cards.
The good old-fashioned way, huh?
That's it.
But
I'm always talking to people, so.
Yeah, well, you're bright and friendly, and that works. And you know what? Before the pandemic hit us, a lot of businesses, 63% of revenue made in this country comes out of small businesses. And we need to support them and help them as much as we can, what they're suffering now. But the reality is, when you can press the flesh and talk to somebody and look them in the eye and shake hands and walk into a business and hand a flyer and talk, I mean, it's great. What do you do now, though, when it's so difficult with, the pandemic?
Well, now we have to make phone calls. So we're relying a lot of that on at least still being personable. It's not a recording. We're still sending the message out verbally if we can't do it personally.
Well, you've still got to be able to communicate. Cathy, tell me about, well, it's interesting the both daughters followed initially in your footsteps. What do you think turned Sarah on to become a phlebotomist?
Well, years ago when I used to
spell it, all right? I barely can spell the darn thing.
I don't want to date myself, but a long time ago. Yeah. Once upon a time, when I was working physically in the hospital, I was also a med tech in a small community hospital in Indiana. And I had to do some blood work on Sarah one time. And she was probably early teens or something like that. And she I had to draw her blood. So I brought the stuff home to draw her blood. And she decided, I bet I could do that, Mom. I said, well, I bet you could too. So I set her up and practiced with an orange or sticking an orange. And
So that's what a phlebotomist does, play with orange. Okay.
Yeah, so that's how she learned, was stick it in orange. And then probably after a little bit of practice, I said, okay, here's my arm.
Good
Stick
job.
me. So she did.
You help people now. So Kamya followed in Mom's footsteps to become a successful real estate agent in Southern Arizona. All three ladies, along with Dad, who was Douglas Clemans, have dedicated their lives to helping others in one capacity or another. I mean, KASACA Marketing Solutions was founded on those same principles, wasn't it really, to help other businesses succeed?
Right. Exactly. Yes.
So it's a family-owned business, KASACA Holdings, founded in 2008 and branched off at the end of 2019 with a marketing division specializing in online reviews and search engine optimization. Now, today, it seems it's more important than ever to rank higher on the search engine results. What's the concept, though, behind the reviews, Kayma?
The reviews these days are extremely important, even more so important than they were before. Today, you know, it's very difficult, of course, during this pandemic to go into a business and shop around or anything. So people are looking online for things that they not normally would need. Like they don't shop online for a grocery store. What they need, they're going to shop online for, let's say, a mechanic. So in order to know the best mechanic and without getting a suggestion from a friend or a family member, what they're going to do, of course, is going to just Google mechanic near me, or, you know, pest control near me, or a salon near me. So when these reviews and their websites pop up, it's extremely important to be top on the list. And without paying those huge costs for an ad on Google, what you can do to be top on that list is have as many good reviews as possible. So when someone is searching, they're going to read those reviews. And if there are not a lot of good reviews, they're probably going to go to the next place. So it's extremely important these days to have as many good reviews as possible, easily accessible for the public to see. And in order to get those reviews, first of all, you have to ask for a review. And so that's kind of where we come in. We're using our SEO and reviews type software to get those reviews for companies, small and large. And so they are popping up on those search engines.
Well, you've been in marketing and advertising, even from a young age, I believe, 16, I think, when you were first commissioned to complete a logo and advertising material for a steel manufacturing company in Tucson.
Yes, that is correct.
Kayma, how did that come about? Tell us.
Well, my father worked for the steel company, and they were branching out to a separate division along the same lines as what they were doing, and they wanted to make a new logo. So back then it wasn't computerized. It wasn't like it is today where you can just whip stuff up on the computer. So back then I actually hand drew, and even just recently, you could probably still see it. I don't know if they're still in business now, but I know I checked on them, 5 or 6 years ago. It's amazing to see it. It's the logo that I hand drew, even the letters I hand drew. So the font itself was all hand done. So it was pretty exciting in such a young age to be commissioned to do something like that and actually get a paycheck. At 16, it was crazy. But
remember who the steel manufacturing company was?
It was called Pyramid Steel or something like that, and I think they're out of business, but I'm not sure actually. But even just seeing the logo, seeing the font, that was all hand done, pencil and paper. So these days it would be a lot easier for me, and it wouldn't have taken me as long. But back then it was pretty exciting.
Well, even during your real estate days, I mean, let's face it, you found your love for marketing because, the link with KASACA now, you found it to be useful, building ad campaigns in real estate, marketing brochures, later a social media presence. How did you put that experience to good use? Tell us how you integrated that with real estate, if you would.
Well, in order to make a successful real estate business, to be successful, you have to constantly market not only the homes that you're listing, but you also have to market yourself. At any given time, there could be upwards of 3,000 or 4,000 other real estate agents in the state of Arizona or in the state that you're at. So in order to stick out from the rest, you have to be able to market yourself, sell yourself. Sell yourself as a great agent. You know what you're doing. I've actually gotten a couple listings just because they saw my flyer outside of another house. They liked the work, they liked the layout, you know, they liked the flyer, so they gave me a call. So it does work. We don't use them as much as we used to in the past. You know, paper flyers are out. Now it's more digital flyers, digital marketing, social media. So you just have to stay on top of everything and make sure you're marketing to the people the way they want it to be marketed to. And usually it's going to be online these days.
So today you're the co-founder of KASACA Marketing Solutions. And now this is an online reviews and SEO company based out of Tucson. You're sort of back where you started in a way, aren't you?
Yeah. We're all back in the beginning.
Talk about Facebook, Cathy. You know, you're my vintage, 21. Your Facebook reviews are low or negative, right? Your ads costs significantly rise. How do reviews affect ad cost?
Well, the reviews, what you need is when you're doing like a Facebook ad, you want the Facebook ad to be able to reflect what you're doing and draw an audience. That's called attraction marketing. But within that, when they go and they look at that ad that they're going to Google, they're going to say, okay, what is this company? What's going on with it? Who is this? And so they want a person who's looking at a business or a service or something like that. They're going to need to find out what are the reviews on this company. Way back when, this was before internet and all that, and I'm dating myself again. But you know, when you went and bought something at a local bakery or something, or you had your car worked on locally, way back when, before online reviews, if you had a problem, you just picked up the phone, called the owner and said, hey, this wasn't right, I don't like it. And within that, then that person, the business owner, had a chance to correct what was going on, because word of mouth advertising is a super big thing then, and it's a super big thing now.
Yeah,
however,
it still works, doesn't it? It still works today.
It still works, but back then, that's what they did. They just picked up the phone and said, hey, I have a problem, and you would fix it. Well, nowadays, instead of picking up the phone and calling, people are going online to Google, and most of the time, what goes out is a bad review. Once in a while, they'll put a good review out. But if someone's really upset about something, they'll go out and do a Google review or any kind of review, and they will post a complaint. Well, that is out there for everyone to see.
It doesn't take long, does it? I mean, my wife's like that. She reads reviews before she'll do anything about buying.
Right.
You know, I'm just a gullible goose. You know, I'll say, oh, gee, that looks nice. I got to have that, you know. Yeah. But she won't even consider anything till she's read a lot of reviews.
A lot of reviews, exactly. And so a lot of businesses don't realize the importance of that, because that is your word of mouth advertising now, is what's going online, and it is visible for absolutely everyone to see. And not only that, if you let's, for instance, you have an auto shop or a beauty salon or nail salon, whatever it is, and someone posted a complaint, it's out there. But you want to be able to take measures to correct whatever that is, so you don't have that bad review. Unfortunately, once the bad review's out there, it's out there.
Well, you bring up a point, actually, that's always bugged me a little. Everybody knows of Yelp.
Yeah.
I've heard some clients of mine, because I do digital marketing for clients as well, just a little, but I've heard people say they don't take the review away. How do reviews work with reference to up-to-dateness, if that makes sense? How can a bad review stay there forever?
It is just there. And you can't, once Google gets it and it's in their system, it's almost impossible to get rid of it. And not only that, if you've got, like I said, an auto mechanic or any kind of business and you have competitors, oftentimes a competitor will go out on your business and post a bad review to bring you down in reviews so they can pop higher.
That's not good.
So oftentimes it's not a customer. It's a competition. Someone's competing with you. And they know once it's out there, it's out there. So that is one of the reasons why when we saw this platform, the software platform, and how it helps small business, we thought, whoa, this is phenomenal. Yeah.
It's always important to realize, even if you have a bad review, it can be buried by good reviews. So if you have more good reviews, the bad reviews just kind of go away. Even when I'm looking at reviews, if I see a bad one, I kind of take it as, but there's so many good reviews, I'm not even going to worry about that.
Okay.
So that's kind of where the point is. So you have to have those good reviews to kind of overshadow and bury those bad ones.
So are you saying then that if you get enough good reviews, you can get rid of the bads?
Well, they're not necessarily gone because they're online. Now, I'm sure there are some companies out there that can physically take those out with a very large fee. But if you have enough 4 to 5 star reviews and you have enough good responses, they are still going to be there if you search or scroll down long enough. But if you have so many good reviews, they overcast any bad reviews that you possibly have. So it's almost like they don't matter. So, but if you have 4 and 5 star reviews and your review rating on, let's say, Google or Yelp or Facebook or anything like that, and you have a 4.5 stars and 300 or 400 reviews, that's amazing. Now, if you have, if you're not even in a 4 to 5 star review range, and someone sees that you only have 20 reviews and you have a 3.2 star rating, that's pretty bad. So what we do is get you those higher ratings, get you up on that scale, and you will get higher up on the search engine results and be higher up when someone is looking. You're going to be first one that they're going to see. So they're more likely to click on your link. So it increases your organic traffic online, which of course will increase how many people call you or walk through the door. And that's the whole point of having that business, is getting people to walk through that door. Even if it's an online company, clicking that link is essentially walking through that door.
Fair enough. So I'm going to delve into that a little bit more quickly. I just had this is what I don't like about the COVID and also technology. I just had a sign come up saying you're going to be running out of time. All right. This is Zoom again. Now, It is unbelievable trying to get service at the moment and get the right service for billing when I've paid ample to be able to run all day and all night if I want to. And yet they still haven't fixed this problem. And yet they can talk about 500 new engineers up there in Tempe, up there in Phoenix, to be able to do other stuff. So, but never mind. So I got to take a short break for our wonderful sponsor, the 49ers. And we're going to come back. Okay. And we're going to look at a little bit more in depth about how reviews actually work. This is Tucson Means Business with Mark Bishop and KASACA Marketing Solutions. Fascinating stuff. We'll be right back in a moment. Always an interesting show with the 49ers Golf and Country Club sponsoring this Tucson Means Business. That we're very grateful for. And, it'd be nice for you to meet somebody by the name of Mackenzie. I call her Macca. Mackenzie Taylor is her name. Hi there, Macca.
Hi, great to see you.
Mackenzie Taylor is the executive chef of the 49ers. And she is also the food and beverage manager, correct?
That's correct,
You're
yes.
a busy little girl, aren't you?
Lots and lots to do.
What's your background? How on earth did you get into food?
Well, I fell in love with food when I was actually pregnant with my daughter 13 and a half years ago and was watching Martha Stewart a lot. And I decided I really wanted to learn how to cook just like she did. And so I just got a passion for cooking and baking and entertaining. And so when I came to Tucson 12 years ago, I enrolled at Pima Community College through their culinary school program and spent 2.5 years in that program, met some amazing local chefs, had the opportunity to start working for a catering company in town, worked with them for many years, worked at a couple restaurants downtown, and just really expanded my horizons. When I got the opportunity to be the executive chef at Pantano Christian Church on the east side. That was amazing. We got to feed so many people, and it was such a community-driven atmosphere. It was amazing.
I think it was in the vicinity of some 2,000 or something, wasn't it?
Yes, we have a lot of wonderful members who come weekly and who join us for breakfast and lunch.
That's a lot of cooking, isn't it?
It was a lot of cooking. But it truly prepared me for what we're doing now, too, at the country club. So.
There you go. Now, this wonderful training that you got at Pima, what was that, 2 years, did you say?
Yeah, it was just over 2 years. And it's an amazing culinary program that's local here in town. It's all local chefs who are the instructors.
Right.
So you learn everything from hot foods to garde manger, to baking, to pastry. It's amazing.
The works. You took to it like a duck takes to water.
Exactly. Or orange sauce.
Because it's evident in your food. I mean, people at the Rincon Grill, which is at the 49ers Golf and Country Club, who proudly sponsor Tucson Means Business, they're raving about all your wonderful changes and things that you've done. So I think you learnt with a passion, and I think it's part of you. It's just who you are, yes?
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. The passion definitely radiates. I always say if you don't have passion in the kitchen, get out because it is too hot and crazy in there if you're not doing what you love.
Exactly. And although, you're regarded as back of house because as executive chef, you're teaching and training and also overseeing the other chefs and other people in what we call the kitchen area and so on. But you're also front of house, aren't you, with your other role?
Yes. So I've had such an interest in banquets and people. I love people. I always say they can't keep me back in the kitchen. I've got to come out to the floor, see the dining room, talk to people, touch tables, just check on everything. I really want to make sure that the quality of the service and the food that you're getting when you come into the 49er Country Club is just overall 100%. It's really been amazing to be able to work with the front of house team, which I call the hospitality team. So our hospitality team and our culinary team really have the same direction, the same vision for where we're going. And I think that's really exciting to see.
It is. And you are leading the fray. There's no doubt about that. And when we talk about, there's fine dining and then there's just, finger foods, right? And just bar foods. It's interesting that the Rincon Grill is neither.
Right.
But it's all.
It's everything. Exactly. We want you to have amazing bar food. We want you to have a nice cold beer after a hot game of golf out there and feel comfortable ordering soft pretzels and wings. But we also want to really give you a variety on our dinner menu as well of, beautiful mahi-mahi and salmon and chicken piccata. And of course, it wouldn't be a country club without a perfect club sandwich. So we definitely have those offerings as well.
Mackenzie Taylor, executive chef extraordinaire of the Rincon Grill. When you do go there, ask for her. She'd love to meet you. We'll talk more with her later on. All right, now we're talking to KASACA Marketing Solutions. We want to understand SEO, and we don't have a lot of time. So SEO, why is it important? Either of you, just quickly come on in.
Search engine optimization is what an SEO is. And the search engine optimization are keywords that people might type in, like a Google search. So as people are typing in those words, you're more likely to come up in the search. Like if they're searching for beauty products and they type in shampoo and you have that word in your search engine optimization, that you're going to pop up a little bit more often. So that's extremely important. In our system actually takes those SEOs and those simple words, and puts them into, without paying those extra fees like you would pay for Google or anything else. You have to pay per word, and we do not do that. That's what makes us a little bit different. You're not paying extra for all those words that you need to have in order to come up first on that search. So our fees are very, very low.
Well, that makes sense. Now, what makes KASACA Marketing Solutions better than the rest, do you think? An honest answer, come on.
We have no long-term contracts. We average 40% response rate on the reviews. When we send them out, we get a 40% response rate, and that is due to the timing that the review request is sent to the person. That's extremely important. Our competition does not do that. We have real life customer service. We are real people. We will answer the phone. You're not going to get a recording and someone from a different country answering your questions that you can't understand. It's going to be me, Cathy, or Sarah.
Don't you hate that? I hate that.
I cannot stand it.
You know, and often, you know, we're not talking racism here, for God's sake, all right? We're talking about a long distance call that can be interrupted and this and that. God knows what, you know, when really I just want to be able to hear and understand the linguistics of the person.
And you don't have to jump through, press this number for this and this number for that, and 10 minutes later someone else answers the phone. You call the number, that's our phone number. That's going to go to my cell, Cathy's cell, or Sarah's cell. We also scrub your competition to make sure that you're on every single possible reviews website that is optimal for your business. So wherever your competition is, you're going to be there too.
Now that sounds pretty good, but you know what? I'm like probably a lot of business guys. I want to know a lot more and I need to understand it. So the best way for me to be able to contact you, and then I will get, because you can't, I suppose you can go out and visit, but you can do it all on the phone. You can explain clearly on the phone, can't you? So if they were to call you to say, okay, I don't get it, but explain it to me, what do they call? Which number?
They're going to call our direct number, 520-329-3446.
Okay, and is there a website? Is there an email, Addie?
Yes, we have a website of www.KASACAMarketingSolutions.com. If anyone wants to we have some videos sitting out there that explains exactly what our software does. They can go directly to get4-reviews.com, and that will take you directly to some videos showing exactly what our software does.
All right. Now, if I didn't get all of that and I'm driving, okay, because there's no way known I could write all that down with a pencil fast. If I can just go to your site, right?
Yes.
That is all on there also to be able to.
Yes, that is all there. So if you go to KASACA, KASACA, marketingsolutions.com, there's a button to click and it will take you to those videos.
Fabulous. It sounds very, very good and very today. And I tell you what, I think you've got a good thing there. I really do. These reviews are important. And if you're a business, you want to get
they are extremely important.
You know, Kayma Newcomb and Sara Ellington. Thank you, Sarah. Your blood's worth bottling, as an old saying goes. And Cathy Clemans, make up KASACA Marketing. And I wish you well building your business in these tough times. No doubt COVID has affected you too, has it not?
Oh, yes, it has.
It has.
Yes, it has.
Well, hang in there. Don't give up. You know, you've got a great service to offer, and business needs you. You know, they need me. They need us all. We've got to work together, get out of this darn thing. Okay? So good luck.
If they go through the website and KASACA Marketing Solutions, and KASACA is our first letters of our names, Kamya, K-A, Sarah, S-A, my name, C-A. So that's where that came from.
Thank you, ladies. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Been fantastic. There, KASACA Marketing, give them a shot. I tell you what, they'll do something for you. And of course, Tucson Means Business. We'll be back again with another interesting local business. Proudly brought to us by the 49ers, the infamous 49ers out there on Tankerverde Road. 49ers Golf and Country Club, still serving food. It's just takeout, takeaway. Okay, you could still, the swimming's still on and the dancing and the fitness training is still on and so on. But of course, the golf. Golf is great out there in the sun. Just stay away the right thing, and everything's done correctly. And it's highly recommended. That's about it, though. There are other things you can do except take a walk. All righty. We'll be back with another show of Tucson Means Business. Thank you for your company.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.